Well, hey there, welcome to Worth It Wednesday. Every Wednesday we send a principle worth learning, a question worth answering, and a recommendation worth taking. We call it Worth It Wednesday. Today's principle is very relevant. It's that leaders don't simply respond to crisis, they prepare for it. And you know, everyone's asking right now, is there going to be another recession? Is there going to be another recession? And everyone's going bonkers, right? Everyone's freaking out on the news and social media. Is there going to be another recession? And the answer is yes. Like, there is going to be another recession. Now, who knows if it's going to be a year from now or if it's going to be tomorrow, but recession is coming. Now, the people that are uniquely equipped to lead into, through, and out on the other side of that recession are the ones who are focused on one really crucial word: preparation. Because leaders don't simply respond to crisis whenever it comes and say, oh my gosh, recession, we got to go into overdrive mode. Leaders are the ones that prepare for it. And so that begs the question, how do you prepare for recession? Well, number one, get your house in order. I mean, you know this. Some people, it's like they're financially a mess. Their organization is disorganized. They don't have any systems and processes. And then they're just shocked whenever recession comes and things don't go well for their life or business. Well, is that tragedy or is that just reality, right? And so what would it look like for you to have your house in order? The other thing I'd say is, if you're a business leader, double down on culture. Because when everything starts to move, people are going to start looking for the things that are immovable. And what should be immovable in your organization? Why do we exist? What do we stand for? Where are we going? And so recession for your business, if it's running well, should not represent a change in purpose or a change in vision. Recession just means we might have to change our strategy. And that hits home to the third point about preparation. Is you got to be ready to assess the landscape, right? Look at what's going on in the marketplace. Look at what's going on in your industry. Look at what's going on in the economy. Look at what's going on geopolitically. Look at what's going on in your area that you do business and with your customers, and say, okay, the world is changing. So all those things have changed. Figure out what's going on. And the minute you think you know what's going on, jump on it. And find a way to serve people, to solve problems, and to meet needs. And that's the final thing that I'll say is, remember this. Businesses exist to serve people, meet needs, and solve problems. And when recession comes, this is the thing that I've learned from every business owner that I've talked to that's been through 2008 or went through 2001 or been through crisis before, right? You learn this in COVID too, right? Businesses exist to serve people, meet needs, solve problems. Well, when recession happens, what do people have? They have more needs, they have more problems, and they need to be served, right? So if you're prepared, you should be outrageously ready to be able to do those things, which should mean you're going to be just fine being in business. Now, it's the people that go into survival mode that just start focusing on themselves and start asking the question only, how do we stay in business, because they weren't financially ready to be able to weather the storm that was coming, that they're not going to be able to serve people and look outward. And great businesses, great leaders, impact-driven movements, they look outwards, not inwards. And so what would it look like for you to remember why businesses exist, to serve people, meet needs, and solve problems, and be positioned that the minute crisis happens, you are operating from such a posture of strength and humble confidence that you're able to, with agility, get on offense and say, we're going to serve in an even greater way. We're going to meet the needs that currently exist. We're going to absolutely put our weight on our toes instead of our heels, and we're going to start solving problems because there are new problems that now exist that didn't exist 2 months ago, and we're going to be about the business of finding solutions instead of complaining about them. And so you got to be ready. You got to be ready, and you got to be prepared. And it takes a leader to do that. It takes you having some wherewithal to say, what would it look like when crisis comes, to operate from a posture of strength? Because this is one of our core values at Path for Growth that we say all the time, right? If you're going to be a leader, you got to recognize my strength and the strength of our business and the strength of our finances and the strength of our product. It's not for me. Your strength, the strength of your business, the strength of your product, the strength of your finances, the strength of your people and your culture, this thing that you've been blessed with, that you've been given, it's not for you, right? What is our strength for? Our strength is for service. Leaders don't just respond to crisis. That's important. They prepare for it.